I was at a point in my career when I wanted to go to the next level. I wanted opportunities that were larger. I wanted to achieve. I wanted to do more, of course, compensated more. But the actions I was taking weren't netting me the results I was looking for. I wasn't sure if I was going to the wrong kind of events or if my resume wasn't formatted the quote unquote correct way. I just wasn't sure of just what actions I should be taking. I actually mulled the idea of a coach around in my head a couple of times, and I figured to myself, what could it hurt? I wasn't getting where I wanted. Let me see if there's anything to this executive coaching stuff that I hear and read so much about. So I reached out, I did some research, and I selected Coach Pete to be my executive coach. What was interesting is that I had an idea of an executive coach that didn't match the reality. In my mind, I thought an executive coach was going to give me a list of tasks to do. I would do those tasks. I would net results. What I would find out in working with Coach Pete is that it was more a journey of exploration than anything else. But along that journey, along these sort of guided paths, I would find out things about myself. I would learn about my own values, my own worth. And because I knew those things, it would help me see the world around me differently. It would help me distill the choices that were toward the goals I wanted to seek versus the things that were distractions. And once I was able to start seeing those patterns and make different choices and take different actions, I really started to see results show up that I didn't think were possible before. It's amazing. Sometimes I think it's so crazy how fast things can change once you have someone that can kind of show you the way. I would have never believed it myself. One of the things that was interesting is had you told me at the beginning that I would be turning down some of the opportunities that would show up, I would have never believed it. After maybe a year of working with an executive coach, the kind of opportunities were showing up to me that I was routinely saying no, thank you to, were the kind of things I would have dreamt about before. But the reason I was saying no wasn't because they weren't good opportunities. They weren't good opportunities for me. By this time, I knew the value I brought. I knew the types of environment where my work was best to be received. But I also knew what I needed from an environment. It allowed me to sort of pick myself versus waiting for an external employer or an external set of circumstances to validate my own worth. If you think about some of the most talented athletes in the world with undeniable performance abilities, if they hire coaches to help them, why not you?